EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. In the ground. Well, this crowd is not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was brought down by Nevin Lawson.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run. Devontae Freeman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
First on the tackle.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A couple of extra defensive bats in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
5 yards to go.
Starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Running the jet sweep with Jones. That one good off for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
9-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Carr now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. They'll buy some time right. He's aerial for Williams. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. Freeman. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun. They give to Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Brought him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
And the Bills.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. This is Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Freeman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second and 9, Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Operating from the gun, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And these guys have gained back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Jacobs, the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Las Vegas.
Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Good. Makes the score Raiders 10, Bills 6. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Down.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's caught by Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Lee Smith.
Lee Smith, 62 yards. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10.
Bills 13, Raiders 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrone Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. first down. Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Jacobs incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Mariota. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Now Mariota on 4th down. Looking downfield for Jones. And it is incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
2nd and 8.
Second and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Complete to Isaiah.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 23-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
At the 45.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And a solid run down inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. This is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The
defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
31-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go right back to Singletary. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Today's final score, Bills.
The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.